Hello and welcome to a very special 4K unboxing of Mortarion, the Primarch of the Death Guard Legion for Warhammer The Horus Heresy from Forge World. Now, he's in this extremely reflective box right here, so I'm going to open this as quick as I possibly can. This Primarch will cost you £73.50. It's one of the older ones. He's not that big. I'm not a huge fan of the pose either. Oh crikey, there's so many negatives. But at the end of the day, it is Mortarion, and at least he shares a lot of aesthetics. I am looking forward to this model because this means that Death Guard are now finished. Other than buying a number of Typhon tanks and Mark III iron armour for the Death Guard, they're pretty much done. So without a doubt, let's unwrap this. Okay, if this is your first experience of a Horus Heresy character miniature, then you will notice straight away that they come in these very nice Horus Heresy black cardboard boxes, a bit like a presentation box or something. I don't really have much use for these, even as spare parts boxes. I mean, I guess you could if you you know, separated the box into multiple little pockets. You can't really keep the Primarchs in them, not height wise at least. So yeah, whether you want to keep them or not is up to you. You know, having a couple around on a shelf looks all right, but yeah, I have yet to find a decent use for them. So if you do have a use, please do put it in the comments below, help all of us out. These are the instructions for Mortarion. This is it. This is it. Picture of him and a low res picture of his back and where the pipes go. That is it. There's no digital instructions anywhere else, or you know, there's no hidden instructions in there. There's no QR code on the box where you put your phone on there and then it takes you to a interactive you know, instruction guide or a video even. There's a thought, Forge World. You know, for £73.50 miniature, that's, yeah, frustrating for any of these Primarchs to have you know, no build instructions. So if this is your first ever resin kit, good luck. Or even Magnus, but I think Magnus did have instructions, to be fair to him. So you get a number of these clamshell packs which do have a use for spare parts, or at least holding onto the spare parts after you've washed them. In this first box we're getting the body. Let's have a look at this body straight away in this stunning 4K. So look at that, absolutely gorgeous. So much detail, these Primarchs. They're all hand sculpted, or at least the earlier ones definitely were. I think the newer ones were too. But yeah, absolutely stunning. I like the chainmail interwoven into his armour. It's not too in your face. Yeah, fantastic layered armour. If you want to see like Mark III iron armour to its fullest, I think this gives you a good look. Just wish you had a helmet option too, but that wouldn't, you know, do any of the Primarchs have a helmet other than Alpharius really? Oh, and the Lion. So then you've got his cloak, which is, you know, in line. It's just framed at the bottom, that's it. But it's in line with the other Death Guard. Very low key, not ostentatious at all. Just does the job, I guess. Wow, you've got a number of parts here. Oh, look at these small parts. Every Primarch I've found has their own like little unique feature to them that's a bit of a pain to work on. So these are his shoulders. Lovely detail there on the skull, the 3D detail, and it's just framed there on his shoulder, and the same for his other shoulder, flanked, a ringed skull flanked by two scythes. Look awesome. Speaking of the scythes, here is his weapon. I think it's called Silence or something. That looks quite small If that is it, that does look very small. Probably similar size to the Death Guard Praetor's axe that was released a while ago. I mean, yeah, it's nice detail. I like the blade inset there, and then the little chainsaw type teeth on the tip. That looks quite cool. Lots of pipes. Wow, lots of pipes. Good job they're numbered. Try not to lose these when you're washing them and things, but they are all numbered. Sanguinius, from the top of my head, had this sort of thing with his purity seals, I think, all over his armour. Then you've got his head itself. Now there's more detail on there than I expected, especially on the hood part. That's his gaunt face in there. That's his pistol. I'm not quite sure what pistol that is. It definitely doesn't look like the lantern. Then you've got some leather straps and some of these sort of poison grenade things, or incense. I don't know what they're really called. Maybe they're just gas canisters or something. Then we've got the other box, so let's be careful with this. And this will just have when he was made. So that was May in 2022 for him. And we've got his base. We've got two bases because these Primarchs, if you've watched any of my other videos with the Primarchs, you normally get two bases, one for the Primarch itself and the other one for the scenic base. So what you do is you put the Primarch on this one, and then you should be able to slot him into that scenic base. That means that the Primarch will be an excellent centerpiece model, but also you can use him in the games. Then, speaking of the scenic base, look at this. Absolutely incredible scenic base here. There's all kinds of things going on. It's very reminiscent to Typhon's base, so they'll go together stupendously well in the in the collection. Big pipes here. He's on some kind of like industrial complex or something. I like this squared off part of the base too. Then you've got a couple of other features. So you've got this part of his base where he will stand on, I think. So that will just go on there. And then this, which will wrap around that base. And it'll also, it'll essentially go on there kind of thing. And that will just seal this base in there. So this is another kit where having some magnets would be great. I think probably having a magnet in there, and definitely like one on this side, a nice one on this side to connect would do wonders. And that's what I do with the other all the other Primarchs. I magnetize this part of the base and this one, and then you can put the Primarch in and just have him securely in that. Sanguinius was quite difficult to do that, because he's also got a hand that has to line up with that demon. But Magnus was also pretty tricky. Lorgar was the easiest because he's literally on a base and you just slot his base on. So yes, the difficulty may vary between Primarchs, but I guess you kind of already knew that. So there you go. That is my unboxing and first look at Mortarion. I like to do like a live stream build guide of these Primarchs when I can. And of course I'll do one for Mortarion. What do you guys think? Please do put your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. It'll be great to hear from you. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. Death to the False Emperor.